I was excruciatingly aware, however, not just that my writing was inauthentic, but that I myself was inauthentic. Every word I wrote screamed of effort and fakery. I was self-conscious. I was full of shit. I didn't know what I was talking about. Even when I was writing the absolute truth, real events from my real life, the paragraphs came out hollow and phony. Stephen Pressfield, nobody wants to read your shit. And this man is just like one of my favorite authors that is alive today. And what he wrote there is definitely true for me right now. Like, I'm trying to be authentic here in front of the camera, but I'm not, right? I'm still hiding, I'm still holding back, I'm still trying to be something, even though what I say is true. But it is not easy to break through that. And I think many areas in life, we are all like that. I definitely am. And as we grow older, we kind of get better at playing certain roles. But it also takes a lot of processing, mental processing power, right? To be different from the way you are, to not share your full self, because some part of your brain, some part of your mind, some part of your attention is always busy with what can I share, what can I show, what do I have to hide, what do I have to bend or distort in some way so that it fits with the perception of myself that I want to create for other people, right? And as we grow older, we get better and better and better at playing these roles, and the better we get at it, the easier it is to keep playing those roles, but also the easier it is to lose track of our real selves, right? It becomes more hard to be our authentic self because it becomes more difficult to recognize what is my authentic self if we become so good at playing a certain role that it almost feels like a second skin. And to me, what Pressfield wrote here kind of plays off that, where even if you really want to be real, it's not that easy. One, because it's scary as fuck. Two, because we're so used to executing that program, that routine, acting that certain way. And so much of it is kind of hardwired, like a path that we've walked many, many times. We are very familiar with it. And so the path is also more trodden out and easier to walk than kind of the path through the wilderness of our real selves. So I think it's an interesting challenge, or maybe it's not an interesting challenge is not the right word. And I don't want to lose myself so much in the semantics, but I think it is a worthwhile adventure. I like that. I think it is a worthwhile adventure to be more real, right? And it's hard. Like even now when I was like, okay, give this a moment to let it sink in. And I lean back and I see the camera more consciously, and immediately it makes me think like, what should I look like? But catching myself doing this is the first step to changing it, right? So even though in my mind right now, there's a battle going on between, oh, look this way and let the fuck go. Why do you care? Just be the way you are. But there's almost like a certain tension around it, right? And it's yeah, unnecessarily hard. At least that's how I'm making it right now. But let's go back to Pressfield again. I was excruciatingly aware, however, not just that my writing was inauthentic, but that I myself was inauthentic. Every word I wrote screamed of effort and fakery. I was self-conscious. I was full of shit. I didn't know what I was talking about. Even when I was writing the absolute truth, real events from my real life, the paragraphs came out hollow and phony.